This demonstration we're going to look at file classification via FSRM. File classification allows me to classify files based off some sort of property. So for example, what we could do is say all payroll files should be specified as confidential. So in order to do this, we've come into FSRM, we've come to classification management. Within classification management, we're going to go to classification properties. Then on classification properties, what we'll do is we'll right click and we'll create a local property. Then what we'll do at this point here is we'll just fill out our table. We're going to call this corporate documentation. We're not going to bother with the description. In the property type, this is what we're going to do the validation against. So I'm just going to go with a yes/no property type. Then what we'll do here is we'll select OK. Next thing we'll do here is we'll actually create a classification rule. So what we'll do here is we'll select create classification rule. That brings us into another wizard, so we'll start filling out the wizard. We're going to call this corporate documents rule and we'll select enabled. Next thing we'll do here is we'll just go for scope. And then what we need to do is just fill out this table as well. And to do that, we'll just select add for the scope. And what we'll do here is we'll just go to our E drive. Then our E drive, we'll just go for mod 09. And what we'll do here is we'll highlight our corporate document folder and select OK. Then what we'll do is we'll go for classification. What we're going to do here is choose a method to assign property to this file. We're going to go for folder classifier. We're going to go with our corporate documentation and specify a value. We'll select yes. We'll now come to our evaluation type. And what we're going to do under evaluation type is going to reevaluate existing property files. And what we're going to do here is we're going to aggregate the values for yes and no in ordered list properties. The value with the high priority will be selected. And for multi-choice and multi-string property types, the values are combined. Date, time, string, and number property types produce an error. With different values are aggregated, but do not prevent other files from being classified. So all we're seeing here is, yep, check the files. At this point here, we'll select OK. And now what we'll do is we'll run the classification. Also what we're going to do here is we're not going to run it in the background. We will wait for classification to complete. And then what we'll do is we'll select OK. As we can see, it's now running the classification. And that's going to produce us a report. So what we can see straight away here, one property, we have two files. Scroll this down a little bit further. And again, we can see the report, so we can see it's doc1.txt and doc2.txt have been classified with our corporate documents rule. And that's the end of this demonstration. Thanks very much.